guys, Art of Whiskey back at the Whiskey Blendery. Oh man,
I crushed his dreams. He came in. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna do a video. We're gonna get a bottle of candy corn. I want a bottle of the candy corn." And I told him that the candy corn's gone.
Yeah, I almost want to have a doctor thing like, "Are you sure?"
So
I just want to listen to some whiskey, man.
yeah, but so here's what I'm thinking. There's several barrels of the same mash bill. So that one was 99 corn bourbon, which was why it was sweeter. I've got a few barrels that are older. So that one was like a 6.5 year.
Yeah.
And this is like 8 year of the same stuff. So
But that's the problem. It's not gonna taste the same.
it's not going to taste the same. I already know that. Well, you know that.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way because I'm.
Yeah. So these two barrels we could try, and I have to check. I might have one other one.
Now, the point of this video, people, is what I love, again, about being here is a lot of people come in here, and every time you get a barrel house tour, you get to open barrels, try, and ask him a lot of questions. I was like, let's do another bottling. And we're getting close to, I think we're in September, we're getting close to October. I want to be prepped. I like to think ahead, so you go, man, I'd love to get some candy corn and have it at the house already. And it's on E. And E does not mean everlasting when it comes to whiskey, unfortunately. Look at this dude over there. He's up there. He knows where everything's at, so he's got a good labeling system. So I had my heart dead set on that doggone.
Yeah, sorry, man. Can't sleep on those good ones.
You know what? I didn't sleep. I think.
You would think it would still be available, but
Goodness, man, who drained that barrel, man? People like me coming in here digging around trying to find some damn whiskey.
I think somebody took a half barrel of it.
Oh, because it was a wheat barrel. So did they use it for a base for something else?
It was corn, so
I'm a
yeah,
bit.
it does blend really well.
See, that's the thing, man. You come in here, you want to blend you an amazing bottle. Literally, the best place to do it is right here in house, and it tastes so good. So you go, I just wanted a single bottle of it. What was you up there looking for?
Another one, but there isn't one. We can try these two. But
So-
they're 8 years old.
8 years old. It's gonna taste very different, but it's probably gonna be great still. So,
I don't remember this one being great,
Okay.
but it's been a while since I had it, so
Anything can happen.
anything can happen. This one I don't remember. I don't know. So
Maybe something changed. So look, matter of fact, we get his reaction first because this is his house, and part of that is him giving us perspective on kind of like what it's missing, what it might need, how to add to it, or what he might think about it, and then we might find something else. People, it's not a dead set thing, but that 90% corn is good. Quite a few of the wheat barrels you've had have been great too.
man, it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good. For the most part, but every once in a while you get, a barrel that's like far exceeds your expectations, and then one that's a little under your expectations that you just got to let it ride for a while.
Yeah.
Which that barrel was one that I let ride. It might be a year since I've tried it. So
Now let me ask you this: when it is just wheat, what does that actually mean? Because I know the law says 51% corn is a bourbon, rye has
it's
to
a
be
wheat
50.
whiskey.
So just a wheat whiskey.
So if it's over 51% wheat, then it's a wheat whiskey. And these are 95% wheat. This is 99 corn bourbon.
Yeah.
If it was 99 corn whiskey, then that would mean that either the entry proof was higher or it was in a used barrel. But all the parameters for a bourbon are met with this. It's just a high corn bourbon. So it's still a bourbon. There's no rye, and there's only 1% malted barley. So
That's where this always gets confusing because you go,
it's not that confusing.
Yeah, well, you
it's
do
pretty
that every
pretty straightforward.
you do it. He
actually.
does it every day. Every day, man. I got so much better at this. I'll tell you guys.
So because of that flow and the diameter of the stainless steel nail, I know that it's got a decent yield. So it's at least half full. And it might be high proof. Just
No.
warning.
Warning. This smells like alcohol.
Does it?
It does.
Okay, well, that's not good. We don't want it to smell like alcohol. That's good.
Yeah, well, you can.
Because some of the other stuff that we tried, like even that 134 proof Double Jeopardy, it
No.
didn't nose like that.
Super sweet,
Yeah.
super subtle. I mean, you wouldn't even think it had that proof.
Pretty certain that's over 120 without trying it. Yeah. So 124.4.
That's a good proof, man.
It's a good proof if it doesn't, if it drinks under that. So getting some sweetness off of it.
Yeah, that's why you let it sit for. Is there a time limit that you're supposed to allow it to just kind of open up or let the oxygen set in?
Depending on what it is, so it will likely get dramatically better in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Some of them, if you give 15, 20 minutes, then they completely change, and usually for the better. Okay, I mean it's already starting to change, so I would say let's give it at least a minute, and didn't really want to start drinking this early.
Look, man, it's past 12 o'clock.
Yeah, it is. We got a lot to do.
Hey, I know the feeling. Trust me. That's one of the things we got. I was like, yo, over the next 48 hours, we got a ton of stuff to do, and just to prepare for the next 4 days. So I'm like, everything's got to be set up before I leave, so I get it. So like,
Okay, it's gotten a lot better.
okay.
A lot better.
So the first time you tried it, what were you getting? What's the difference now?
Yeah, well, I wasn't really getting much of the sweetness. It was just like a ton of barrel and like, yeah, ethanol forward, high proof, like just didn't have much complexity. It just tasted like hot whiskey. But this got a lot better. I don't know that this would be a single barrel for us, but unless we let it ride a while. But man, this is really,
Yeah.
it's gotten better. If you would have tried it before, it was one of my least favorite barrels, but this has potential now. Like I could blend with this, or I think we let one open up, and then I think we proofed down one to like 115.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
That's fair.
That might make the sweetness come out that you're wanting. So we'll do that, and then we'll try
That wouldn't touch the bosom of my soul.
That's why I didn't want to start with that one. I need my bosom to last.
Oh man! So we gonna open up the second one now?
Yeah, the one right next to it.
Man, and are those sister barrels?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's identical.
There you go. Man, that's tough. I'll tell you one thing. You know what's crazy is even when we did our original tour with Tim and the couple other places, the dropping of water literally changes everything about whiskey, and it's crazy to see that. Okay, so there's some kind of chemical reaction that takes place. So what are you doing right now? Walk me through that.
Yeah, so I just added a little bit of water, so now I'm cycling it to where I'm just sucking it in, spitting it out to aerate it a little bit. It's not really 200 proof. But man, look at that. I'm 114.
So you cut it down by 10 points almost, literally 10 points.
Yeah, which is what I wanted. So we'll let both of them sit for a second. We'll try that one and come back to these, and then that'll tell us a little something too. If that proofs down well with water, then odds are the other one will too.
So at 7/8 years, what is your expectation over the next few years with those kind of barrels? Since you tried them, it's like I'm not really that impressed.
Those are my oldest high corn bourbons. I've got high corn whiskey that's way older than that. Like tomorrow we're bottling the 20-year.
Yeah, and that's good stuff.
But yeah, that one's awesome. But yeah, I don't really have an expectation for these because these are my only two that are around 8 years. And like even when I got those, it was like, okay, I was only getting these to blend to add more corn into a blend to make it sweeter. But a lot of the previous ones, just like the candy corn that you were disappointed on, they're so good that people want them as is.
And disappointed there was no candy corn left. The bottom barrel's empty. I wasn't disappointed because of how it tasted. It tasted amazing.
Yes.
It's one of the ones I promoted every time. I tell people, look, he's got one back there that tastes like candy corn. Now it's not here, so.
Yeah, so you can't say that anymore.
I better not tell nobody else.
Yeah.
Because then everybody scratches their head like, hey, Tim, can I try that candy corn?
Did you grab that?
It doesn't exist. Stay tuned.
I think this one's better.
Yep.
All right, good flow on that one too. No enlarged prostate there.
See, that's got a better nose already.
Does it?
Yeah. doesn't have the same ethanol approach
Yeah.
at the first.
Yeah, it's probably similar proof, but yeah, there's no ethanol in that.
Completely different. That's crazy. That two things can be bottled, sit right next to each other in the same conditions, turn around, smell the exact opposite.
Slightly higher proof.
That's higher proof.
So 124.9. So higher proof than the other one,
But it's a sweeter.
but no ethanol. Pretty cool. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna get better.
See, one thing I'll tell you I've learned about whiskey people is definitely letting it take you on a journey, and pace yourself. A lot of times somebody pour your drink, you want to drink the drink as fast as hell. In this case, you want to let that thing rest and let's see what you got.
Yeah, that's a better barrel right out of the gate. Oh, now the candy sweetness is coming in. Yep. Yeah, that's another one that I would want to proof down a little bit just to see, because it's still a little sharp.
Yeah.
So whenever I get that sharpness on a high corn bourbon like this, I'm very confident adding just a little bit of wheat to it will round off those sharp edges, and then that goes away,
Yeah.
and then you can really enjoy the whiskey. So like if I were making a blend and chose to use that barrel, I would absolutely add really a little bit of barrel 706 to this would make it real nice.
Tame it and tamer it. And this has been sitting now for a couple minutes, people, as you know. He added, took it down by 10 proof.
Smell that. So now like the caramels and it's totally different. And I didn't get any ethanol on it too.
Oh,
So just
shit.
it's still 115, but now the sweetness is there.
There's the candy I've been looking for.
Yeah, now it's almost like the candy corn. Wow.
What's crazy is this wasn't proof, but this smells sweeter now too, that it's been sitting for a few minutes. Let's look at that one again.
Yeah, this nose
that,
is like caramel corn. Like,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like kettle corn, caramel corn.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's good. And this is, yep, you're right. It's
Got
changing.
way sweeter, and I don't know if it's because I smelled that one and that one, but I know like ethanol,
This one's still much
no.
sweeter than that.
that's significantly sweeter.
Much easier on the palate.
That's what I'd be looking for. That right there, that'll do, Donkey. That'll do.
Yeah.
I used to watch Shrek back in
That's
the
nice.
day.
Yeah, that made a huge difference. That water made a huge difference. So now that we know that it does play well, now I want to see what these do
Underwater or with water.
with water, and then playing with the proof point on those. So
would you
Take it.
consider,
I would take
since the ethanol is not as pungent on the nose with this one, would you still do 10 points or would you start with 5?
I would probably take it down to 120 first,
Okay.
because I want to do something different than I did with that one.
Just to see how
So
it plays.
yeah, whether it's higher or lower, so then it answers really 2 questions for me if I do that, because it will likely get better.
This almost reminds me of Malto Meal too.
Malto meal?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
It's the ghetto stuff, man.
Like powdered milk, or what is that?
No,
like
no.
malto.
Malto Meal, you wouldn't know nothing about it,
I
brother.
just told you I don't know nothing about it.
I'll show y'all what Malto Meal looks like. My grandma was making this.
Everybody's had multiple meals.
They ain't had that, Tony.
Oh no, come on, Tony.
You see this, people? You've walked past this box your whole
Now,
life.
Don't make it seem like I eat from a silver spoon.
Tales from St. Louis, man. You know, St. Louis or
Yep.
Springfield?
St. Louis, yeah.
Yeah, so trust me. Ain't the same thing going on in St. Louis and Kansas City.
Yep, if not worse.
It's
We're
not
more
worse.
similar than
That's why this works so well. But this is what Malto Meal
Yep.
looks like. And
potatoes.
no, man. It's like a grits, but different. And
we never had that.
I know, and it
Yeah.
congeals so fast. So if it like once it gets, it's no longer warm. It's like just
It gets hard.
malto meal brick with that.
It's
Don't do
a,
that anymore, haven't you?
You could sit there and like fashion a. You broke your arm. You could fashion a cast out of it.
It's serious, man. This is a true story. And I was like, oh, that take me back to malto meal.
You would crap an Adobe brick.
This is true, man. This is true. But that malto meal bag, you know, it's one of those things that keep you warm during the wintertime. And it was good for breakfast, man. It was good for breakfast. Godly.
that's funny, man. That's nostalgia. Hold on, man. I gotta smell that.
I think it's in that one. Though.
Okay.
No, it was this one.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
Okay. So does malto meal, does that have like a malt?
Wow.
Like a malt?
yeah.
Oh, it does?
No. Well, that's what it is. It's like kind of like
Does it smell like that?
Bro.
very similar
That's
because
got a little malt.
the only thing that you do is you literally add. My grandma adds sugar or cinnamon and then some milk. So that's why it looks like that. So by the time it's done, you're eating spoons of a form of grits. It's almost like grits, but it's malto meal. So I'm gonna have to go back and read the label now.
So you know what's in that?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But hey, malto meal and sausage.
That is funny, man.
It's kind of where I was at back in the day. You know, I ain't gotta eat that no more though. I'm telling you
Nah.
that right now.
Oh no. No, he cooking now.
All day.
Now you wouldn't even feed that to your dogs.
No. Them dogs get quinoa.
They do.
Really?
Yeah, my dogs do.
Quinoa's good. Anything they call a superfood just means it has all the amino acids. And quinoa is a good base for those that still believe dogs need carbs. And a good filler during wintertime as well. Yeah, man.
Let this one breathe a little bit.
Yeah, and breathing's a part of the process, people. You know what? Now, even on that one, some of the ones I'm starting to taste more chocolate. Almost like a chocolate cinnamon thing.
Okay.
It's getting more and more interesting. That's what I do
That's
with
the one with water or no?
no water.
No
That's
water.
the malto
So
meal.
we did the
This
two.
is-
We did the two
Oh.
with water, and then I picked that one up. That's got no water.
This is
had
first
no-
barrel, second
Yeah.
barrel.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. But let me get to the point in wrapping up this particular video, people. You come into the whiskey blender, you saw. Look, my intent was we bottling, talking about tasting. That's not life, though. It said if you ever want to tell God your plans and He'll laugh, basically. Tell you cut through if you need to make. And so in this case, I come in with a plan. Didn't work so well, but the beauty about being here, anything could change, and it just gets better when you're at the Blendery. That's the truth. So sitting back here tinkering, finding your proof points, and even more importantly, trying great whiskey and taking something home that's special. We gonna find something in this today. I'm gonna find something that I'm like, yo, I want another unique bottle. I get to name it. I enjoyed that. I'll tell you this: if you're in the business world, always kind of celebrate a little bit of your wins. One way I'm gonna do it every time we kind of come up or something good happens is bottle me something, put it on the shelf, share it with some of the people that are around me, and then come back here and do it again.
Yeah, it's cool. We get a lot of people that come in that are blending members. They come in once a month and they'll blend so whatever they have to celebrate, either that just happened, even if it's with somebody else, celebrating with somebody else, or they have a trip coming up, they'll make a blend for that trip or for that occasion or that wedding they're going to.
Yep.
And so it's a lot of fun for them to have a special whiskey for the special occasions.
Oh, yeah.
And it almost gives you a heart of gratitude because you're coming here, you want to come here, and now you're looking back at all the good things that happened, and then that kind of changes your heart a little bit.
Well, it definitely is mine, man. You know, even talking to people that we've partnered with and just come in and out, and I learned something today. And to be clear, you know, we started a program and somebody's already bought into it to put dogs in good places and good homes, people that are well-to-do. And I said, man, guys send his funds in. I said, what better way to celebrate this new idea by sharing some whiskey with some of the friends who have been a part of this whole journey, and it's really just at the beginning stages. So guys, keep it whiskey. Shout out to the Whiskey Blender for allowing us to get, again, behind the scenes, dip and dabble in a few barrels, and continue to educate you guys on our journey, and I'm still defining it, so stay tuned.